Hey, it's been a while since I've done an unboxing video, and that's mostly because I've been doing a lot of video essays recently. So, thought I'd just go back to what I used to do. But that's mostly because I wanted to get this set, which is Ran, released by StudioCanal. Now, there was a original, normal 4K of Ran, and it's probably one of my favourite Kurosawa films. So when they said that they were doing a 40th anniversary edition of this, I had to get it. So from what I could see, it had like 4 discs in it, but on the back it only shows like 4K Blu-ray, disc 1 and disc 2. So I'm intrigued to see what this particular 4th disc is. So let's not waste any time. So on the side we have the Japanese lettering and then Ran, which basically translates to chaos in English. And it's basically, if you've never seen this film, you're missing out. It is Kurosawa's version of King Lear, about the king that leaves his kingdom to his 3 daughters, but in this case it's a warlord leaving it to their sons, that kind of thing. So there's a great use of composition, lighting and colour used in this film. I remember seeing clips of what this looked like, but I'd never actually seen it myself, so this is completely new, and we're going to take a look at it together because I like it a lot. So this is a nice little slip right here that will go off, and here is our rigid collector's box, very shiny, and we've got art that wraps over, so it's basically like the front and the back, just without all the lettering. And we're going to pull this out. Some more beautiful artwork. And yeah, nicely done. Nothing there. So we're going to pull this out. We'll start by taking a look at the discs. So the use of primary colours in Ran is like a big thing. So you've got red, blue, white, and yellow. Red, white, red, gold, black and blue. Yeah, I was going off on one. So, okay, so that's interesting. So here is the first disc, which is the 4K, which is the feature on Blu-ray, the special features, and the 4th disc is actually the soundtrack, which I always find kind of fun when they do stuff like this, because CDs are now becoming a lot less primitive in everything, you know, because everyone's streaming music now, just like how they're streaming films and stuff. But having physical copies of this stuff it's just good, you know. I still collect CDs every now and then, but obviously, you know, you just go onto Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you get your music from. Just listen to it on there, because it's more for, like, for me anyway, it's when you're moving around and stuff and going on bus journeys, that kind of thing. So I think this is a poster. Yep, this is a poster. I think it comes with 2 of them. So it's a nice thick paper card kind of thing. So won't be able to do justice, so I'll just have to put a picture of the actual thing in the video. That's one poster, and this is the next poster. Oh man, the artwork on this is so nice. So you've got one lengthways and one landscape. Oh my gosh, please don't be a tear. Oh, of course it is. Blimey neck. No. Okay, no biggie. I'm not going to be one of those collector elitists that's like, oh my god, there's a tiny little scrap, I'm returning it. I'm not going to do that. So, you know, it just comes down to the way that it was put in the packaging. And then we've got our nice thick book that has all the cast and crew, some essays, nice pictures from the film. Oh, man, so good. So yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. We've got some nice matte photos, we've got a lot of essays. So if you've never seen this film, you really need to see it, because it's one of those films that you might probably only ever watch once, but to me, this is one of those films that you have to see before you die. It's an absolute must. This was at Kurosawa during the later years of his life, and he had recently lost his wife as well, that he'd been with for years. And it was almost like this film was like his coping mechanism. And, you know, it's a fantastically made film. I think this is probably, like, you know, you've got Seven Samurai, which is considered one of the greatest samurai films. This is considered one of the great Japanese period piece films. And I'm not going to lie to say, wow, I love that interior design right there. They didn't, they pulled in all the punches on this. Oh, it's like a kaleidoscope. But, yeah, this is a film that you need to see. If you've never watched it before, I absolutely love this set. And, I mean, this is a set ideally for fans of the film. This isn't an edition for like a normal person. This is like die-hard fans of the film like me. And, you know, I'm happy to get it. So, yeah, we've got most of the special features that were on the normal StudioCanal Blu-ray disc. But, you know, it's if you want this kind of stuff, basically. If you want this version, that's got a nice collective side of it, this is definitely one of those films for collectors in mind. And, you know, I'm hoping one day we'll get a release of some of his other films. Like, I know recently BFI have gone to release a lot of his other catalogue stuff, so like Akira, Stray Dog, which is one film I never thought I'd ever see on Blu-ray here in the UK. They're starting to transfer more of his films onto 4K, so we've just recently had Throne of Blood, and they are bringing out Hidden Fortress, which is a very important film, not just to Kurosawa, but also to George Lucas, because that's where he got the idea for Star Wars, but you already know that. I personally want to see them release Redbeard. It's one of those films that I've heard a lot about, but I want to see what it's actually about, basically. So, you know, maybe BFI will release that, because at the moment it's only ever had a DVD release in the UK. But yeah, Ran. This goes out on general sale on Monday. I mean, obviously, by the time you're watching this, it's already out anyway. So, but no, this is a great set. And yeah, let me know if you're going to be picking this up, or whether if it's just, you know, a nice thing, but it's not something that you're into. But let me know your thoughts on Ran if you have seen this film, or if you haven't, are you going to be watching it? I think you should. It's personally, like I say, one of those films that you need to see if you are a big fan of not just Kurosawa, but also Japanese filmmaking, and also belongs in one of those best films of all time, basically. I mean, is it Seven Samurai? Of course it's not Seven Samurai, because Seven Samurai was like 30 years after this. Before this, derp, can't speak. But yeah, love it, love it, love it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you as ever, and speak to you all soon, and take care. Bye-bye.